Once that what frothiness happens.
Watching Emily froth her eggs. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome.
I'm just busy working.
It smells like the holidays in here.
That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. Oh, it must mean a lot to you, right?
It does. It really does. The aroma that a lot of these cookies and any kind of Italian baking reminds me of people that aren't around anymore. But they're with me in that aroma. Can you believe that? Like, it has that power.
Yeah, because everybody goes through the holidays. My mom has a peanut butter ball that she makes each and every year, right? And then when you see those peanut butter balls, you know it's the holidays.
That's right.
You know what I mean? What do you have? So how many different cookies do you have?
I brought 4. One has a variation, and this is just kind of a little smattering of kind of the holidays where I remember as a kid going into my grandmother's kitchen, my aunt's kitchens, my mom's kitchen, and smelling all these wonderful baked goods. And you kind of just, you know, they appeared, right? You're a little kid, you go in and you enjoy these cookies. And what I loved about it is that you could eat them and no one ever said stop. They just let you keep eating, right? And that was the great part.
So you're making pizzelles?
Pizzelles, that's what we're making, and that's what you're starting.
Okay, I wanted to put that in there. So
yes, that's perfect.
And this is actually a pizzelle baker.
Yes. So just give it a little squeeze too.
Squeeze there.
And then I'm gonna add this, but then you're gonna whisk. Super simple. Here.
So you froth the eggs.
My arm hurts now.
Yeah. And then sugar.
Sugar. So we just want to get. What's great about this is that you don't need kind of a hand mixer. You can do it all by hand. It's a great way to start your early holiday workout in your arm. So it's 5 eggs, 3/4 cup of sugar. And a lot of these sweets, we think of, you know, the holidays that, oh, they're going to be really sweet and decadent. And they're decadent, but in a different way. They're not necessarily super sweet. And that's what I love. So a little bit of vanilla. Yep. Traditionally, anise extract goes in here, which has that licorice flavor.
Polarizing, though.
For a lot of people. So we don't want to do that. And then some oil. This is just a neutral oil.
Yeah, because they couldn't use olive oil because these are simple recipes, right? Because they were cheap.
And they wanted to save, you know, those expensive ingredients for different occasions. And this one was something that the pizzelle, you bake a lot of. I know it's exhausting. Check our pizzelles. We don't want to overcook them.
Oh.
Because
how long you're going to do it's just a little, like on and off.
There you go.
There we go.
No, you're good. Perfect. So they're a nice light golden color. And then we're doing something that is a little bit special. I'm going to keep going with this because I want you to put those on the cutting board here. I'm going to add the flour and baking powder.
Why are these special?
These are special because baked every Christmas, but this is how my dad always loved them.
Okay, so this has you thinking about your dad.
It does, totally. So you're going to roll up a Kit Kat in it. Oh. So it adds that little bit of. And
you got to do it as soon as it comes out. Oh.
Yeah. See how fast that that happens?
Because it's already cracking a little bit.
Exactly.
There. And then does that Kit Kat like kind of melt in there?
It does. It melts a little bit. That chocolate gets a little bit gooey, but then you have the crunch of the cookie.
This one's mine.
That one's yours now.
Oh,
but see how quick it melts?
Yeah,
it's still going to taste delicious with melted chocolate in it, which is fabulous. And so it's just something that's simple that can be tucked in, you know, a cookie exchange, or if you wanted to, I'm going to sneak this over here, Tim. And then, so what's great about it is that you can also fancy it up. If you wanted to, you could use this because when you make it warm, you could put it over a little cup and use it for ice cream. You could use it for some custard or anything like that, which is super easy to do.
How many other cookies did you bring?
So I brought some Amaretti. These are kind of a classic Italian meringue cookie that have some toasted almonds in them.
What are these little numbers?
These are deluxe shortbread. So this is a hazelnut shortbread, and you can use your favorite shortbread recipe, and then reserve part of it for the bottom, put a jam layer or Nutella. Isn't it so wonderful?
Very nice.
In our house, hazelnuts is kind of reign supreme because of the flavor.
We're under a minute. What's the last one's over here?
This is mostazzola, which is a great, this is kind of like Italian gingerbread, I like to call it. So it has cinnamon, cloves, a little bit of orange rind, and it's a honey cookie. So a little sprinkling of icing sugar, and it's just a great little coffee cookie so that you can serve it with your espresso at the end of the meal.
Where can we find these recipes?
Emily Richards Cooks.
Okay, and we'll hook it up with our website, cach.com/morninglive. Am I seeing you before Christmas?
Maybe not. We might have to hug each other.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And happy baking.
Thanks.
Have a great day, everybody. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on Morning Live. We got a lot of eating to do here.
You better make some more cookies.
Okay, more pizzelles. All right.